Have you ever spent an entire day studying, your eyes burning, your head aching, only to realize the next morning that you've retained almost nothing? It feels like pouring water into a bucket full of holes. You put in all the effort, but you're left with nothing to show for it. There's this quiet, nagging voice that creeps in during those moments, isn't there? A voice that whispers, maybe you're just not smart enough. Maybe everyone else got the good brain and you were left behind. What if I told you that that voice is the biggest lie you've ever been told? What if I told you that your perceived weakness, this slowness in learning, is actually the genetic marker of a genius? If you give me just the next 10 minutes, I will not only prove it to you, but I will hand you the exact instruction manual for your unique brain. A manual that will turn your frustration into an unstoppable learning superpower. So don't go anywhere, because the way you see yourself is about to change forever. The secret code your brain has been hiding. All right, let's get straight to the heart of it. The reason you feel like you're learning slowly is that your brain operates on a different, more powerful frequency. You see, modern education and the entire hustle culture praise one thing above all else: speed. They've designed a system for sprinters, but you were born a deep-sea explorer. To understand this, we need to look at the two modes your brain is constantly switching between. Scientists call them the focused mode and the diffuse mode. First, you have the focused mode. This is your brain's laser pointer. It's what you use when you're concentrating intensely, solving a math problem, or reading a difficult text. It's logical, sequential, and it's excellent for absorbing raw information. This is the mode that fast learners live in. They can inhale facts and figures at an incredible rate. But here's the secret they don't tell you. Information without connection is useless, and that's where the second mode comes in, the diffuse mode. This is your brain's creative network. It's the state your mind enters when you're relaxed, taking a walk, listening to music, or in the shower. It's not focused on any one thing. Instead, it wanders, connecting new ideas to old ones, finding hidden patterns, and building a rich, interconnected web of knowledge. This is where insight happens. This is where aha moments are born. Why does this matter for you? Because true, lasting understanding, the kind that allows you to innovate and solve complex problems, doesn't come from the laser pointer. It comes from the web. People who feel like slow learners are often naturally gifted at leveraging this diffuse mode. Your brain isn't trying to be difficult when it resists cramming. It's instinctively trying to do the deep, meaningful work of building connections. It's refusing to just stack bricks. It wants to build a cathedral. So the what is the two modes. The why is that your strength lies in the often undervalued diffuse mode. The how is learning to consciously use both. And that starts with the first tool in your new Superpower toolkit. Technique number 1, the genius of the 25-minute timer. This first technique is going to sound so simple that you might dismiss it. Do not make that mistake. This is the foundation. We're calling it the focus sprint, but you may have heard of it as the Pomodoro technique. So what is it? It's a beautifully simple cycle. You choose one single task, you set a timer for 25 minutes, and you work on it with absolute monk-like focus. No phone, no other tabs, no distractions. When that timer goes off, you stop. I don't care if you're in the middle of a word, you stop. And then you take a mandatory 5-minute break. Why does this magic trick work on your brain? It's Psychology 101. First, a 25-minute task isn't scary. A 4-hour study session is a monster that fuels procrastination. But 25 minutes? Anyone can do that. It gets you started. Second, it respects your brain's limits. Your focused attention is a finite resource. This technique prevents you from draining the tank. Most importantly, that 5-minute break is not for resting. It is an active part of the learning process. It's a forced entry into the diffuse mode, allowing your brain to process, connect, and consolidate everything you just learned. So, how do you do it perfectly? During the 25 minutes, be ruthless with your focus. During the 5-minute break, be equally ruthless with your rest. A good break is getting up, stretching, getting water, or looking out a window. A bad break is checking your email or scrolling through social media, because that just keeps your brain in a state of distraction, not rest. Use apps like Forest or a simple kitchen timer. After 4 sprints, take a longer break of 20-30 minutes. This isn't about working longer, it's about working deeper. Technique number 2, how to uncover what you really know. All right, our second tool is where we separate the amateurs from the masters. This is called the 5-year-old test, and it was a secret weapon used by the legendary physicist Richard Feynman. What is it? The core idea is this: you don't truly understand a concept until you can explain it in language so simple a child could grasp it. It is the ultimate test of your own comprehension. Why is this so powerful? Because it destroys the illusion of knowledge. We often trick ourselves into thinking we know something because we can repeat a fancy definition we memorized. We use jargon and complex terms as a smokescreen to hide the fact that we don't understand the core principles. This technique forces you to confront that. It shines a brutally honest light on the gaps in your knowledge, which is the first step to actually filling them. So, how do you use it? It's a 4-step process. 1. Take a concept you want to learn. 2. Try to explain it out loud or write it down as if you were speaking to a 10-year-old. Use simple words and analogies. 3. Whenever you get stuck or find yourself using a complicated term, that's it. That's your knowledge gap. Go back to your source material and study that specific part until you can explain it simply. 4. Repeat the process until you have a smooth, simple, and clear explanation. Let's try it with a common business concept: return on investment, or ROI. A textbook might say, ROI is a performance measure used to evaluate the efficiency of an investment, expressed as a ratio of net profit to the cost of investment. It's correct, but it's dead. Now for the 5-year-old test. Imagine you have a magic lemonade stand. You spend $1 on lemons and sugar. At the end of the day, you sell all your lemonade and you have $5 in your pocket. Your ROI is the extra money you made. You put in $1, you got $5 back, so you made an extra $4. That's a great return on your investment. See? By forcing that simplicity, you internalize the concept on a much deeper level. And by the way, if you're finding value in these techniques, do me a quick favor and hit that like button below. It's a simple click for you, but it tells the YouTube algorithm that we're doing something right here and helps this video reach more people who feel just like you do. Thank you for that. Now, let's get to our final and most creative technique. Technique number 3, hacking your brain's addiction to stories. This last tool is perhaps the most fun. I call it the Netflix method because it taps into the exact same part of your brain that gets you hooked on a great TV show. What is it? It's the art of turning boring, disconnected facts into a memorable, vivid, and often ridiculous story. Why does this work? Our brains didn't evolve to remember abstract data, long lists, or complex formulas. They evolved over millennia to remember stories. Stories have characters, emotions, conflict, and visuals. This rich sensory information creates multiple pathways in your brain to the same piece of information, making it almost impossible to forget. So, how do you do it? You become a movie director for your own mind. You take the information you need to learn and you cast it in a scene. The more absurd, funny, or dramatic, the better, because emotion is the glue of memory. Let's use a practical example. Say you need to remember the Great Lakes of North America in order of size, from largest to smallest: Superior, Huron, Michigan, Erie, and Ontario. That's a boring list. Now let's create a movie scene. Imagine a superhero, a woman named Huron, standing on the shore. She's so strong, she picks up a Michigan, a can of beer, and crushes it. But as she does, an eerie ghost flies out of the can. The ghost flies off toward Canada, and as it crosses the border, it sings the national anthem, "O Canada," for Ontario. Superior, Huron, Michigan, Erie, Ontario. It's completely insane, and you will never ever forget it.
You've taken bland data and transformed it into an unforgettable mental movie. This works for historical dates, scientific processes, legal principles, anything.
The final level, the ultimate path to mastery. Okay, you have your 3 core techniques: the focus sprint, the 5-year-old test, and the Netflix method. If you master these, you will be unstoppable. But there is one final level, a technique so powerful it takes you from just knowing a subject to truly owning it. And it's simply this: teach it. The act of articulating what you've learned for someone else to understand is the most powerful learning accelerator that exists. When you teach, you are forced to retrieve information from your memory, organize it logically, and frame it clearly. It's the ultimate form of the 5-year-old test. And no, you don't need a classroom. Explain a concept to your friend over coffee. Write a short blog post about it. Record a 2-minute video on your phone explaining it. My favorite method? In the tech world, they call it rubber ducking. You literally place a rubber duck on your desk and explain your problem to it step by step. The simple act of verbalizing your thoughts will illuminate the solution in a way that thinking alone never could. Conclusion. So let's bring it all home. For years, you might have carried the weight of believing you were a slow learner. Today, I want you to put that weight down for good. You are not slow. You are deep. Your brain isn't a drag racer built for short bursts of speed. It's a deep-sea submarine built to explore the incredible depths of understanding. Embracing these techniques isn't just about getting better grades or learning a new skill. It's an act of self-respect. It's about finally working with your brain's natural genius, not against it. It's about trading anxiety and burnout for curiosity and genuine mastery. So here is my invitation, my challenge to you. Don't just let this be another interesting video you watch. Let this be the day everything changes. Pick just one of these techniques, just one, and commit to trying it for a single 25-minute session in the next 24 hours. When you're ready to take that step, go to the comments and write "Challenge Accepted." It's a signal to yourself and to this growing community that you are done with the old rules. Then come back and share your experience. Let's make this comment section a testament to the power of deep learning. Thank you for giving me your time today. If this message resonated with you, hitting that subscribe button means you won't miss what's coming next.